to the latest episode of Bringing Back the Smile here on Lyra Media, and myself, Dave Sheahan here, presenter of this show. I'm a high performance consultant and dedicated now for over 25 years to educating, motivating, and I do hope inspiring you to being the best version of you that you can be. So this is what this show is about. And on this particular episode, I want to do something very particular, very special, something that was sent in by one of our viewers, our listeners, and it's about 100 ways. It was a link that I got sent in 101 ways to live your life to the fullest. Because look, what Bringing Back the Smile, what is it about? If this is your first time here, well, I've set up Bringing Back the Smile to counteract the incessant negativity that has engulfed our lives for the last couple of years. It was always there, but the last couple of years it is, amplified dramatically. There's so much negative energy out there. There's so much negative thinking. There's so much fear. There's so much, just bad mindsets. And at the end of the day, the only way to succeed in life is if you've got a positive mindset. You need to focus on having a positive mindset. And on this particular show, I work with you on trying to give you a positive mindset, to the tips and strategies to do so. 2, work with you on taking personal responsibility for all areas of your life and getting very clear on how you can take control of your life, because it's a choice and there are no excuses. And 3, again, we're always working towards happiness. Happiness is the end goal, guys. Happiness is all you should be able to be striving for in life, because it is what matters. When you get to the end of your days, you're going to reflect on the things that you enjoyed most, the experiences you enjoyed most, the relationships that you really enjoyed and got so much out of. You're going to remember those things. You are going to want to minimize the level of regret you have in your life of the things that you didn't do, the things that you didn't say, the things you didn't, the type of person you didn't become, because you can have it all. It's up to you what way your life goes. And this is why I stress so much about taking personal responsibility, because you can be whoever you want, you can have whatever you want to have, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, but you have to put the work in, and you have to work in you more than anything, because happiness is built on self-love, and you have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself for who you are. You have to aim every day to evolve into the best version of yourself. That's something that's super important as well. So, make sure, again, you're always working on these things, because it's so important that you do, because if you don't, then you're not going to experience happiness. And happiness, as I said, is the end game. Happiness is all that matters. And that's what I hope Bringing Back the Smile does. 1, it gives you tips and strategies to live your best life and become the best you can be, give you tips and strategies on how to increase your happiness and to bring back the smile to you. Because when you feel good within yourself, when you're happy within yourself, you will feel happier and you will smile more, you will laugh more, you will be in better form, everything will be better. And isn't that what we want out of life? So, just what this show is about, every single episode, I hope it brings you a bit of smile, brings you a bit of laughter, as well as brings you some important aha moments and light bulb moments and actual steps that will have a dramatic impact in your life if you just implement them. Remember, education is not power. Knowledge is not power. It's the implementation of it that's important. So it doesn't matter what I share with you, no matter how much stuff I share with you, if you do not take action and put into practice the things that I tell you, it's all worthless. It's all a waste, because you will not change anything in your life. Action's what always counts. Action with the right kind of plan. And as I said, live your life. Live the life you want. Be the person you want to be, because you can be. Okay? You live once, live fully. And like I always stress, live in terrible, terrible fear of regret. It's the only fear that you should have in life. The only fear. And we're living in a society and a time when we're afraid of bloody everything. And we need to reverse that. We need to change that. And we need to focus on, again, fearing regret, living fully, and not overthinking things. And just make sure that everything we do in life, every action we take, is moving us closer to happiness and our own personal version of happiness. That's important, because we all have a level of happiness that we want to achieve, whether we're conscious of that or not conscious. This is why it's so important to take time to actually identify and commit and write out what your ideal life looks like, what's your life vision, what is it you want to experience in life, and to write that out and keep visualizing it, keep putting out the right energy towards it. Again, the law of attraction, what you put out will come back. Again, we're all energy, so you need to put out the right energy, implement the kind of things that I'm saying to you, and then it can be yours. It's up to you. Okay, so I hope that helps. I'm going to go through this now. Again, it's a great article, and it's important tips. So type of stuff I'm always saying to you guys, but as this got sent in to me, I said, here, I'll go through this, because it's all relevant to what we're going through. So 101 ways to live life to the fullest. Now, I want to first of all read out a quote that's here in the article. There's a lot of text and there's the 101 different tips. So I want to read out this article or this quote by Steve Jobs. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living the result of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. So the important thing is there is, follow your heart and intuition. Your gut is your internal GPS. Your gut will never put you wrong. That's why it's important for you to always listen to your gut. In every kind of decision you have to make in your life, tune into your gut, not into other people's opinion, not into what they're saying, not into advice you're being given by people, not into your fears and negative emotions that often will overcome you when you were in the midst of making a big decision in your life. Instead, tune into your gut. It's your internal GPS. It won't put you wrong. Like if you look back in your life and the times that you ignored your gut, I guarantee you that there are times that things didn't work out. I know for me that was the case. Like I've had a lot of success in my life, a lot of times of happiness and great experiences. And all those times I was tuned into myself, tuned into my gut, tuned into my values, tuned into what I wanted out of life. The times when things weren't quite so good and the dark times I lived through, in a huge part, it was I ignored my gut at some time along the journey. Because again, it's like a domino effect. Every decision you make leads to another one. We're making thousands and thousands of decisions every single day, thousands of them. So it's important that we realize that every single one, even if it seems a bit insignificant, it's not insignificant. Every single one will have an impact on us. So we need to, again, be very clear that every single decision we make is going to lead to a result, and each one will lead to another decision and result and so on. So it's important that we're conscious of that, okay? So, let me ask you, how do you feel about your life today? Now, how do you feel about your relationships? How do you feel about your mind-body health area? How do you feel about your professional life? How do you feel about your financial situation? Are you happy with them? Are they bringing you happiness? Is one of them exactly where you want it to be? Or are none of them? Or maybe two of them? Where is your life right now? Like, it's important you look at where your life is right now, because always reflect on a regular basis, each day, each week, each month, each quarter, each year, each decade. See where you are right now and see, have I moved forward? Because you should be moving forward even on a daily basis, because that's the potential that you have. It's so important, again, to take the action that will move you forward, but you need to be clear on your vision, clear on what it is you're trying to achieve, clear on what you want your relationships to look like, your mind-body health to look like, your professional life to look like, your finances to look like, any other area of your life, how you want it to look like, what will happiness mean to you? That's what matters. You should be living every single day with excitement. You should wake up each morning. Fair enough, it's nice to stay in bed. I'm the same. I'd love to stay in bed. It's lovely and cozy and warm, especially when it's wet and windy and cold and dark and dreary. But I'm still excited about the day in terms of tackling what I need to do to achieve my goals and do my best every single day to make a positive impact on other people. That drives me on in terms of being a good role model for my son, in terms of just achieving what I want out of life and evolving to the best version of myself. Every day I'm looking to how can I be a better person? How can I be a better version of me? How can I serve people better? How can I be a better role model to my son? So I have excitement about every day. So you should have excitement about every single day. You should be looking forward to things that are coming up. You should be, factoring things that you'd like to do that maybe you haven't done yet. Experiences you want to have, places you want to visit, people you want to meet, things you want to do, skills you want to acquire, goals you want to realize, dreams you want to live, all these kind of things. Every single day can be like that, but you need to make sure that you are living a life that moves you towards it, okay? And live your best life, because that's all that actually matters. So, if you're not doing any of those things, then you need to take control of your life, because you can take control of your life. It's up to you to take control of your life, because it is your life. So make sure you're taking control of all aspects of your life. And like I keep stressing, move towards happiness. Bring the smile back to your life, because everyone deserves to have a smiley, happy life. Everyone can have it, but we need to take personal responsibility for ourselves in that, whether we're taking the action to do this or not. Is that making sense? I hope it is. Remember, always keep giving us feedback. Give us feedback through, contacting me directly across any social media or on my website or my contact page or email, or through Lear Media themselves. Contact me again across all social media or website or email. we're here to help any way we can, and your feedback is super important. Your comments, your questions, anything you want to add to it. If you'd like to come on the show and speak about a particular topic, share your experience, tell us about what achievements that you have or people have had, anything again that brings back the smile. That's what we're looking to do. Okay, so I'm going to go through these 101 tips. Basically, timeless tips is what they are, because you can do them anytime in your life, and to live your best life, because that's what matters. And as I go through this guide, some of them you may be doing, some of them you have never thought about before, some of them you may have been avoiding and procrastinating on. What matters next is that you take some of these and you do them today, the next few days. When you've then done, you do another few. Make them habits. A lot of these will be habits as well that you should do, on a daily or weekly basis. Make them habits. Like, I have a lot of routines I do every single day and every single week, and they serve me well, because again, it creates a good mindset. It creates prioritizing what matters, and it moves me closer to my goals. And when I take care of me, which is important, like put on your own oxygen mask first, then you can do more with your life. Okay, so let's get going. Now, so number one here says, live every day on a fresh new start. Don't be held back by what happened yesterday, the day before, the week before, the year before, or even decades before. Life is short, so live in the present moment. This is so, so important. So many people are chained to the past. The past holds them, whether that be a few hours ago, yesterday, a week ago, or decades ago, like this particular article says. Don't be chained by the past. It's really important that you're aware of when that may be happening, that you face up to whatever has happened, you make peace with it, and then you focus on the present. Cut those chains, cut those cords, because once they have a hold on you, you can't be moving forward. It's literally like a chain holding you back. So no matter what you do, even if you're doing things that should move you forward and should grow you as a person and move you closer to your goals, you won't, because that chain is holding you back, and subconsciously it's going to hold you back. So make sure, again, you're living every day in a fresh new start. Cut the chains to the past. Number two, be true to who you are. Stop trying to please other people or to be someone else. It's better to be an original version of yourself rather than an exact duplicate of somebody else. So I'm always speaking about this, self-love, embracing who you are, embrace your own uniqueness. You are you. We're all different. I am me. I live authentically. I live who I am. I pull no punches about that. If someone doesn't like it, they don't like it. Do I care? Not at all. Developing that ability is not care what anyone else thinks is huge. So I can't stress enough to you how important it is that you develop that ability. So make sure you're developing that ability. But be true to who you are, because when you're not true to who you are, you're not true to you. You're betraying you. And that will always hold you back from happiness, because you can't be happy if you're not being true to you. If you're being fake, you're putting on a fake face, if you're putting on a fake life, if you're just not being you, not being authentic and true to your values, your beliefs, and your life as a whole, you can't be happy. So be true to you. Number three, quit complaining. Don't be like the howling dog, always howling, never doing anything. Stop complaining about your problems and work on them instead. I love this, actually. It's so true. Think of a dog. A dog will start howling and just keep howling and howling and howling. Now, with my own dog, I have to admire his determination. I don't know if all dogs like this, but determination to keep going and going to try and get what they want. But they're not doing anything to make it change. They're not doing it. Even when things don't change, they still keep howling and howling and howling. Don't be like that. Don't be complaining. Don't fall into the pity party. Don't be making excuses. Don't be playing the blame game. Don't be moaning. Don't be, as I said, a pity party. Complaining doesn't achieve anything. Action's what achieves things. If you're not happy with some area of your life, do something that will improve it, because you have the power for this. You have the power to achieve whatever you want and do whatever you want and be whoever you want. So quit complaining and start taking action. That's all that matters. Action's all that ever counts, not words. 4, be proactive. Stop waiting for others around you to do something and take action yourself instead. It goes back to, like I said, with the dog. They literally would just sit there barking, 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 barking. Just the same way that the vast majority of the world's population live, waiting for someone else to change their lives. Why should someone else change your life? Change it yourself. It's like the lotto mentality. People doing the lotto in the hope that it will change their life forever. They just want this quick ticket, easy ticket where they have to do nothing and everything's perfect. Life doesn't work like that. You have to put in the work. Whatever you want in life, you have to put in the work. So make sure you're putting in the work, okay? So important that you do. So be proactive. Stop waiting for things to change by someone else. You make them change. You force the change in your life. It is your life. Take personal responsibility for it, which is what I'm always stressing. Number 5, rather than think what if, think next time. Don't think about the things you can't change. Instead, focus on things you can act on. What's the most constructive thing you can do in any situation? Again, similar to what I'm saying just there. Move forward. It doesn't matter how tiny the steps are, just move forward. Step by step by step by step by step. And don't let what if get in your way. So many people think what if, and it creates fear, and then they don't take the action. Instead, think about what could happen. Why focus always on the negative outcome? What about the positive outcome? I'm very big in this. Focus on the positive outcome. It's the way I've always been. I just don't understand thinking about the bad outcome. Focus on the good outcome. Let that drive you on. Let that make you excited. Let that push you on to actually take the action. So rather than think what if, think next time. 6, focus on what versus how. Focus on what you want first before you think about how to do it. Anything is possible as long as you set your mind, heart, and soul to it. Exactly right. So many people say to me, like, we might be brainstorming ideas, like with a client or whatever, or going through issues in their life, and I'll give them advice on something, and they might straight away go, how? Why do we stress so much about the how? Focus on the what first. Get very clear on the what. When you're very clear on the what, then you can start worrying about the how. The how is irrelevant until you decide the what and you start taking action on it. So focus instead on what, not the how. 7, create your own opportunities. You can wait for opportunities, or you can get out there and create your own. The latter is definite and much more empowering. Exactly, empower your life. You have to take personal responsibility for your life. You're going to hear me say this a lot in this episode, and you'll hear me say it a lot in every episode. I'm so big on that. You have to take personal responsibility for everything that's happened to you in the past, everything that's happened to you in the near present, everything that's happened to you in the future. Because you, every day, making thousands of decisions, having thousands and thousands of thoughts, putting them out there, you are creating your own reality without even realizing. Most people don't even realize that they're creating their own reality by the way they think, the energy they put out there, the thoughts they have, the behaviors they have, the actions they take, decisions they make. You're creating your own reality. So, create your own opportunities. If you want more money, do something to make more money. If you want more happiness in your relationships, do something to make more happiness there. If you want to be in better shape, feel better, fitter, more energetic, do something to make it happen. If you want to have a better job, do something to make it happen. You create your own opportunities. People always be going about, oh, I can't get a job, I can't do this, can't get a relationship, I can't get in shape. No, that's crap. Yes, you can do all of those things, but you have to take the right action to get there. It's up to you to create your own opportunities. Number 8, live consciously each day. Stop sleepwalking through life. Your life is something to be experienced, not coasted through. This drives me mad because most people are aimlessly living their lives. They're just going through it. Like it says here, sleepwalking through life, living the whole life, and then get to the end and look back and think, Christ, what did I do with that? And complete regret. That's why I'm always stressing, live in complete fear of regret, because it's the only fear that you should have. Okay, the only fear you should have. So stop sleepwalking through life. Live consciously. Make decisions consciously, because you can. It's up to you. 9, be committed to your growth. Take courses, self-reflect, build on your strengths. Don't rely on the feeling of familiarity, but focus on what will enable you to grow the most. This is something that's really important. Since I was 17, I've been working on myself. It's 26 years. Every single day working on evolving into the best version of myself I could be. Every single day I'm doing self-growth. Every single day I'm pumping my mind with positive mind feed and education that will serve me. Every day I'm taking the steps that will improve my body shape, my fitness, my health, my well-being, my mental health, all these different things. Every single day you should be doing stuff that will help you to grow as an individual, because at a cellular level where you're growing or dying. So if you're just, again, sleepwalking through life like the previous point, you're not growing. So all that's going to happen, you're literally going to die. You're shortening your life. So every day where you're shortening our life or lengthening our life. Of course, there's an end to our lives. That's just how it is. But we are taking years off, or we're adding years on by the way we're living. So make sure you're growing every day. Feed your mind positivity. Learn new skills. Learn new information. Number 10, know your inner self. This means knowing who you are and what you represent. Be clear of your personal identity. It goes back to what I said about being authentic and being yourself. Really start learning to tune into yourself. This can take time to fully discover who you are, to fully know who you are, but at least take the steps to move that direction, because you can. It's up to you to do it. So know your inner self. Be at one with your inner self. And every time you have to make a decision, tune into, is this right for me? Is this in line with my values, my beliefs? Listen to your gut. 11, discover your life purpose. Set the mission statement for your life, one that will drive you to live your life to the fullest. This is so important. Like, what do you want out of life? What mark do you want to make? It might be just you having a particular job. It might be to be a role model to your kids. It might be being the best parent. It might be to take over the world. It might be to be the first person to, I don't know, land a particular spaceship on a particular planet or something, make an invention, become a top athlete, whatever, impact lots of people. It's like, for me, my purpose in life, and I felt this for decades now, and I can see how it was definitely the case even as a young kid. But my purpose is here. My sole purpose in life is to make a positive impact on others. So my life is literally dedicated to that. This is why I can open up my eyes every morning and start my day with excitement about what's coming, because I'm living authentically and true to what my purpose in life is. So even though I'm working a lot of hours I prefer not to, even times I prefer not to sometimes, I get joy and satisfaction from the fact that I'm living my life purpose. And there's nothing better than living life purpose. Like, your work is 50, 60 years of your life. Why do something you can't stand? Why do something you hate? Or even if you can just tolerate it, why not do something that makes a difference, has a purpose? Whatever that may be, might be a purpose to yourself or your close family and friends, or might be to the world at large. So make your mark yourself, live your purpose. 12, live in alignment with your purpose. Did I read that right? Oh yeah, yeah. What can you start doing immediately that will let you live 100% in alignment with your purpose? How can you live true to your purpose within every situation you're in, every second of the day? Again, live your purpose. Be aligned to it. It's like me, I take huge pride in being a role model. That's why, I do a lot of things sometimes where I don't necessarily myself want to do it, but I know I need to be a good role model, because that's tied into my purpose of making a positive impact on others. If I'm not doing that, then I'm not going to make a positive impact on others. So I live in alignment with it. 13, set your life commandments. Define your personal commandments to live your best life. What adages and principles do you want to follow in your life? What are non-negotiables in your life? What are the rules of your life? What are the things that just you have to do and you live by? Your motto is definitely a good one. Set your life commandments. 14, discover your values. Values are the essence of what makes you you. As I said earlier, become tuned into you, who you are, and your values and beliefs. Really, really important. 15, hold yourself to the highest conduct. Every one of us has our own set of ethics and principles. Live true to them every day. Also live in full alignment with your purpose, commandments, values. Again, all tying into sin and stuff. 16, stop putting life on hold. Are you putting any part of your life on hold? What is one area of your life you've been putting off, avoiding, or denying? Uncover that and start working on it. Lad, this will be down to fear and negative emotions. What if? We spoke that a little earlier. What if this happens? Forget that. Go for it. Live life fully. Stop putting life on hold. Anything been put on hold, just go for it. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Because what's the worst that can happen? That's the question you ask yourself. What's the worst that could happen? So stop putting your life on hold. 17, create your life handbook. Your life handbook is your personal manual to live your best life, containing your mission statement, values, goals, personal strengths, blind spots, and action plans. Start off with a few basic pages and then build on it. Again, excellent idea. It's like I say to people, even to create their trailer to their movie of their life when the success scene happens. So that trailer, exactly what's happened, tying in with all the 5 senses. So definitely having like a life handbook would be amazing. So good idea for sure. 18, design your ideal life. What is your ideal life? Design it. First, assess your life wheel. Then ask yourself what it takes to live a 10 out of 10 life. What is the life that will make you shout for joy? What is it? There are no limits in life, only those you set for yourself. You're only limited in your mind. Your mind's the only place that your life is limited. You can achieve anything, be anything you want, but you have to, again, live in alignment with your values, live in alignment with who you truly are, and you need to design your own life. You are literally the designer and the creator and the bricklayer of your life. Do you realize that? And every single day you're doing it, you're making it. 19, set your goals. After you design your ideal life, set your 5-year, 3-year, and 1-year goals. More specific they are, the better. I'd even make it, quarter goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals. Come all the way back. So you got your long term, you got what needs to be done, and come right back, all the way back to next step. That's why I always stress to people, what's the next step towards the goal? Because it could be 1,000 steps to a particular goal that if you do them all, you get there. You can be overwhelmed by the 783rd step. What's the point in putting energy and time and focus into it? Focus on the next step. What is the next step? But definitely have the goals and the action steps all the way back. 20, take action on your goals and dreams. Create an action plan for your goals and work on it. Actions all it counts, simple as that. 21, create your bucket list, which is a list of things you do before you die and get out there and achieve it. Yeah, like things you want to experience, skills you want to develop, places you want to see, all this kind of stuff. A bucket list is so important. It's really important. And it's like actually someone I know told me the other week that for many years now, they've put a list at the end of every year. They've listed 15 things, new things they're going to do in the following year. And in that year, they have to do those new things, which means that that year will have been better and more uplifting and more energizing and empowering and wonderful experiences. So it's a great idea. So create a bucket list and start ticking it off. 22, don't do things for the sake of doing them. Always evaluate what you're doing and only do it if there's a meaning behind them. Don't be afraid to quit the things that don't serve your path. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. If something doesn't serve your purpose, don't do it. If a person isn't serving your purpose, don't engage with them. It's so important you live your life in alignment with your goals, your vision, your dreams, what it is you want out of life. That is all that matters. So make sure you're doing that. 23, do the things you love, because life is too precious to be doing anything else. If you don't enjoy something, then don't do it. Spend your time and energy on things that bring you happiness and fulfillment. And same with people. Spend your time with people that bring you happiness and fulfillment. Really important. 24, discover your passion in life. What sets you on fire? Get out there to discover what you love to do. Again, ties in with the purpose earlier on. 25, make your passion a full-fledged career. Then start pursuing it. Stop working in a job you feel passionless about. Quit your job when you're ready to do it full-time. Again, like I said, live your purpose. There's nothing more beneficial or empowering or satisfying or fulfilling than living a life that your work is actually your purpose and something you want to do, you're passionate about. So make that your work. Because why do anything else? It doesn't make sense to do anything else. Why just do a basic job that brings you no joy or satisfaction? That's purely about money. Because that's not a way to live. We have to pay bills, yes, but we can make money doing our passion and doing our purpose. So again, feel the fear and do it anyway. 26, turn your passion to huge success. Turn your passion to multi-million-dollar business. Doesn't have to be multi-million, 10,000, whatever your financial freedom is to you. Everyone's different in that. So, that doesn't matter too much. 27, learn from criticism. Be open to criticism, but don't be affected by it. Criticism is meant to help you be a better person. Learn from it. Like, it's important to get constructive criticism. This is where it's important for you to be able to manage your emotional state. So someone might give you some criticism. Initially, your emotional state will drop. That's just natural. You're human. You need to be able to bring it back up again. Just like if it goes too high, bring it back down. Okay? But that's really important. So criticism is good once it's coming from the right place and once it's justified as well. So it depends on the situation on both those counts. 28, be positive. Is the glass half empty or half full? What if I say it's neither? It's actually all full. The bottom half is water, the top half is air. It's all a matter of perception. Take on perceptions that empower you, not those that bind you. If you can see the positive side of everything, you'll be able to live a much richer life than others. Great explanation. I love that. I love to think of it's water and air. It's got something. So, as I said, be positive. Live your life positive. Put out positive energy, positive mental attitude. It's so important. 29, don't badmouth other people. If there's something you don't like about someone, say it to their face. Otherwise, don't say it at all. Not nice to badmouth others, and it also reflects a small mind. It also reflects a coward. Talking behind people's back is easy. Saying it to their face is hard. Same as if people online, keyboard warriors, talking about people and giving them shit basically online. It's easy to do it. Do it to their face. 30, be empathetic. If everyone only sees life from his or her own perspective, we'll forever be closed-minded and insular, see things from other shoes. All of us do this. It's so important, especially in relationships. It's really important because relationships are all about honest, open communication. Once at work, they will have that. And being empathetic to the other person's situation, being understanding of the way they're thinking is so important. So empathy is massive. 31, be compassionate. Show compassion and kindness to everyone around you. It's the way we should live. We should be kind. It costs nothing to be kind. It costs nothing to be compassionate. Do it. Be it. It makes you feel good. It makes the other person feel good. It's a win-win situation. 32, develop 100% self-belief. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Remove your limiting beliefs, and replace them with empowering ones. Yeah, limiting beliefs are huge. They stop you in your subconscious base. You've got limiting beliefs in your subconscious, which have come from the past, and things have changed you to the past. I spoke earlier of cut the cords, cutting chains. That's what happens when people have subconscious beliefs. We need to cut them and increase your own self-belief. This is why self-love is so important. Keep working on your self-love, and that increases self-belief. 33, let go of unhappy past and cut the cord. 34, forgive those that have done you wrong in the past. This includes backstabbers, those who took credit for your achievements, and those who have done you wrong. Forgive is to set a prisoner free and realize it was you. That was said by Lewis B. Smedes, or Smedes maybe. But yeah, it's a hard thing to do. It's a really hard thing to do. One of the hardest things to do, but forgive others and move on. You have to make peace with your past. You have to make peace with people, whatever happens, because otherwise it holds you in the past. It causes like a poison in your body, a poison in your mind that will always hold you back. So make sure again that you're doing that. Forgive. 35, let go of attachments. Don't get fixated with achieving a certain status, fame, wealth, and material possessions. These are impertinent and will ultimately disappear one day when you die. Focus on growing and living life to the fullest instead. Yeah, don't be attached to things. They're just things, they're material things that don't matter. Life and experiences matter more. 36, let go of relationships that do not serve you. This is so important. Like toxic people, negative people do not serve you. I always say eliminate or at least limit exposure to such people because they won't serve you. You need to put your time and energy into attracting people who are positive, who will uplift you, who will enrich your life, who will serve your life and help you in some way. 37, spend more time with people who enable you. Exactly what I was saying there. People who are compatible, like-minded, positive, successful, and positive for your growth. 38, build genuine, authentic connections with people around you. Yeah, like ties in the same thing. Create your circle. Eliminate people from your circle that don't serve you, bring in people that will serve you, and make that a happy circle, because people in your life, the relationships in your life will ultimately determine your level of happiness. That's a fact. 39, connect with old friends. There's no end to number of friends you can have. Reach out to people in the past. 40, do a kind deed a day. What is something you can do today and make the world a better place? Like something as simple that I do, I smile at everyone I pass, or I acknowledge them, like nod or say hi or whatever. Who knows what that could do to someone? That could be the spark they need to have a wonderful day. There's loads of situations throughout every day where we could help someone. Why not do it? 42, help people who are less, when they least expect it without reason. Exactly. You shouldn't have an ulterior motive and it shouldn't be planned. Just do it. Just help a person when they need it. 43, it says go dating if you're single. Definitely, why not? Go have some fun. Don't think too much about it. Just go there and have fun. 44, fall in love. 44, fall in love. If that happens, again, like that's something you kind of, well, yeah, you can't really control when it'll happen, or like soulmates or any of that kind of stuff. But, you know, put out the right energy to attract it, write out who your ideal partner would be, every aspect you can think about them, their detail, exactly what they look like, who they are, type of person they are, every kind of detail, put that energy out there. That's what then you can possibly attract. What you put out is what you attract. It's huge. And if you do happen to fall in love, it's the best feeling you can imagine. I think the times you have felt that you've been in love, you truly feel invincible. You know, nothing else matters. You can do whatever you want. It's just how life is. Love is the most powerful source of all. 45, review your life. Set a weekly review to assess how you're doing your goals. Review your purpose every 3 to 6 months. Yeah, like I say that every week you should be reflecting and reviewing and planning, and same every month, and same every quarter, same every year. So take time to do that. It's important. 46, overcome procrastination. Procrastination is a huge waste of your time. It's a thief of time. This is where perfectionism ties into it as well. Stop trying to make things perfect. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop procrastinating. You procrastinate things you don't want to do, as well as things that you maybe even like to do, but you're just procrastinating. You're wasting life. You're wasting precious time. Time's your most precious resource. You have no idea what you've got. You've no idea how much life you've left. Live it fully. Don't procrastinate. 47, 30 minutes a day. Set aside 30 minutes a day to work on goals that you have and achieve it, and that will bring about the biggest fulfillment and happiness. So always focus on the goal that is most important, will have the biggest impact. 48, get out there and make new friends. Okay, we said about friends already. 49, make deeper connections. Again, spoke with that. 50, be your advisor from the future. Imagine you're the future. Imagine you're the future you from 5 years later. How would you advise yourself? Write this advice down. Again, another thing that's good to write down, like that vision you want for your life. You know, imagine 5 years time. What would you advise yourself to do now? You know, imagine if anything was possible. You know, there was no possibility of failure. What would you advise yourself to do? Because again, we overthink things. That's the problem. 51, write a letter to your future self. Envision how you'll be like in the future 1 year from now. Write it as long as you like it. Now see it and put it in a safe place. Set a calendar appointment 1 year from now so you'll know to open when it's time. Good idea. 52, declutter. Start from your computer, then proceed to your work desk, your bedroom, your home. When you throw unwanted stuff away, you make room for new things and new energy to enter your life. The energy side is a big thing, because clutter really doesn't help with energy. It decreases energy. So decluttering is really important in every way, in your brain as much as anything, your phone, your laptops, the desk, the whole lot. 53, keep learning. Learning is so important. The more you can keep enriching your mind, the better. Remember, at a cellular level, we're growing or dying. So you need to keep learning new stuff, to keep your brain fresh, keep your mind active, keep your brain strong, and to keep moving forward towards things. 54, keep developing yourself. Equip yourself with a huge breadth of knowledge, learn different skills, pick up different hobbies, study different fields, same kind of idea. 55, keep upgrading yourself, again, same kind of idea. 56, try new things, again, similar. Always keep testing yourself, always keep growing. 57, get yourself out there. Get out there geographically, go travel, explore. Definitely, I'm big on that. Get out there situationally. Don't just stick to set routines all the time, change them a little bit, for sure. 7, get out there in life. Stop watching TV and go out there and do stuff. Exactly. So, you know, change things up when needed. Serve yourself, keep growing, keep evolving to the best version of you. 58, be the absolute best in what you do. This is the way to live. It's like for me, for 25 years now, I've genuinely aimed to be the best at what I do. It's why my life is dedicated to what I do, because I want to be the best at what I do. And everything I do, I give it my all, no matter what it is, because it's about attitude. If you have the right attitude, you can achieve anything in life. Attitude is everything. 59, don't settle. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for someone you don't like as your partner. Don't settle for a job you don't like. Don't settle for friends who make you feel like a lesser person. Don't settle for a weight you're unhappy with. Go for what you really want. Again, set your life the way you want it. Have that vision of the life experience you want and go out there and make it happen. Because you can. You have the power to. It is up to you to take personal responsibility for your life and live your best life. So go out there and do it. Don't settle, as I said. 60, stretch yourself. Keep stretching yourself to be bigger and bigger goals. Break your limits, break new boundaries, 100%. 61, embrace new ideas. Definitely, again, you're only limited in your mind by what's possible. So don't limit yourself, embrace new ideas. 62, create your inspirational haven. Turn your room into a place you love. Do the same for your work desk. Get rid of things that make you unproductive. Surround it with things that inspire you and trigger you into action. Really important. It's like if you want to achieve anything, like this is where vision boards come. Create your vision board. So visually you can see exactly what you're trying to attract into your life. On your screensaver, on your phone, in your journal, pictures on the desk. No, create the environment that makes you feel good. Create an environment that makes you feel happy. Again, it goes back to the clutter too. Don't have it too cluttered. 63, behave as your ideal self will. All of us have an ideal vision of who we want to be, what your ideal self like. How can you start to be your ideal self now? Important, be you. 64, set your role models in life. So role models is people who inspire you, who motivate you, who you aspire to be like. Again, comparisons to Tifa Joyce, never kind of totally compare it in a way that you look at and go, oh, wow, and take no action. It's about taking action. Again, associate with people who inspire you to take action. That's what matters. That's what proper role models are. 65, get mentors and coaches. There's no better investment than investing in you. It's like we said earlier, we're investing in like courses and self-growth, self-help and all that kind of thing and reading. Same with having a coach and mentor. Since I was 17, I've had all kinds of coaches and mentors for all kinds of different areas of my life, and I will continue to do so forever because it's the best investment you can ever make. Invest in you. 66, uncover your blind spots. The more you uncover, the more you grow, the better you become. Makes sense? 67, increase your consciousness. So again, live conscious, live life consciously. You know, to be able to transcend beyond fear-based reactions and to make wise choices and create the most positive impact on both you and others. So again, increase your consciousness. So important. You know, live consciously. 68, ask for feedback. Very important to be able to take on board feedback. We said earlier about constructive criticism. Same idea. Ask for feedback always because it's the only way you're going to learn. Because you yourself can't always see what's going on. Others outside will be the ones who can teach you sometimes. 69, generate passive income. Always beneficial. So again, you have money generating in the background, whatever way that may be. Again, financial is always an area that causes so much stress to people and heartache and pain and can ruin lives. So if you can kind of get passive incomes, it makes a big difference. 70, help others live their best lives. You will always get incredible satisfaction helping others. That's why I feel such satisfaction and fulfillment in my job, my work, my life, because I'm living a purpose-filled life where my sole purpose is to help others. So I can't stress enough to you how beneficial this is. I'm not telling you to have to go out there and have a career where you help others, but at least every day where you can help others. 70 months to get married, start your family, have kids. Again, that's a personal choice, so I wouldn't say that. Of course, it'll bring you joy if it's what you want. Live aligned to what you want, not what society tells you to do. 72, improve the world. Again, do whatever you can to help all the different things around the world, the injustices, the unfairness, the inequalities. We all have a role to play in this and changing it. 73, spearhead a humanitarian cause or organization. Definitely incredibly satisfying and fulfilling. So that'd be something that might be of interest to you. 74, give more value than receive. Always do that and always give without, ulterior motive. Don't give with the intention of wanting something back. Just give. Like a simple thing I learned many decades ago, givers gain. 75, big picture focus. Always see the big picture. Always realize that what you're doing right now, the small things, they're not insignificant because they work towards the bigger picture. Always be thinking of the bigger picture and what you're moving towards, and then also zoned in on what you're doing right now. 76, be clear of your end objective. It's very important. If you're going anywhere, if you have a destination, it's important you know where the destination is and what it is, and then you can work towards it. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't know your goals and dreams, how the hell do you expect to ever get there? You can't, it's impossible. 77, go the 80-20 route. For every goal you have, there are different paths to achieve it. Pick the 80-20 path. That is the most effective path that brings you to your goal with the least amount of effort. 78, work on 80-20 actions. Prioritize. Prioritizing is really important. We all need to be better at prioritizing because so many people are not good at prioritizing. Instead what people are doing is they're just going through their day, just what's next? Big to-do list that never gets smaller. It's important to keep working on how to make it smaller, but prioritize. Hit the things. I always say pick 1 to 3 things every day. That should be the biggest priorities. Work on them. 79, live in the moment. Very important to be present, especially with other people, especially for your relationships. Be present. They will feel it, you will feel it, and make for far better experiences. And you will enjoy life then. Don't let life pass you by. 80, relish in the little moments. Again, same thing like being present. Enjoy every single moment. Otherwise, you're missing things. It's like listen to stuff all the time when you're out walking even. Sometimes don't listen to stuff. Take off the headphones, listen to the birds, listen to nature. Listen to the little things. Enjoy the little things. 81, take a break. We all need a break sometimes. Become very self-aware of when you need a break, when you need a mini recharge or a full-on recharge, when you need your brain to breathe. Give yourself that option. It's really important. 82, stop wanting things a certain way. So this where again perfectionism ties in a bit of OCD. There's no definite right way that things have to be. Be a bit more flexible, especially again in a relationship. It's really important. 83, focus on creation. Think about what you can bring to the world and create it, as well as what you can bring to your own life. Again, comes back to the vision. Don't criticize or judge others. Very important. It's bad energy, bad karma too, and it doesn't serve any purpose. Don't engage in negative activities. 85, only person you can change is yourself. That's the thing. You can't change other people. You can encourage other people to change. You can give advice, you can give encouragement, but you can't change other people. They have to change themselves, just like you have to change you. This way, again, take personal responsibility for your life and all aspects of it, because you can change it. 86, practice gratitude. Gratitude is such a powerful strategy. I tell people every day, wake up, and when you wake up, even before you get out of bed, think of 1 to 3 things you're grateful for. And then before you go to sleep at night, think again 1 to 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude is such a powerful, powerful force. So be truly grateful for things, because there's so much you can be grateful for. Express gratitude. Tell people you're grateful for them. It's great for them. It's a win-win situation. You get to express it, which is good energy. They get to feel it, and they get acknowledged, because sometimes people feel not acknowledged. 88, let loose and have fun. So important to be, live a life having fun, not think about other people. Don't worry about other people. I like to say, dance like no one's watching. Who cares? What is the right way to dance? Who knows? Dance is like your soul rejoicing in your bodily form, moving your body because of your soul. So whatever happens, happens. Enjoy it, sing, dance, move, have fun, laugh, all that kind of stuff. 89, get into nature. Nature is so empowering. Like I have moved out into nature, into a very remote area in the middle of nowhere, and it has been so empowering, so peaceful, so tranquil, has been so good for my mind. Get into nature every opportunity, into forests, into gardens, to flowers, to everything, animals, the whole lot. You have a choice. Number 90, you have a choice. It's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. Everything. 91, laugh more, ties into have more fun. 92, embrace change. Change is not a bad thing. Sometimes you need to embrace it. Sometimes it's necessary. If you look back to your life, everything happens for a reason. If you look at times that were difficult and challenging and forced change, typically it led to something that was necessary. So embrace change at times. 93, be more risk inclined. Definitely. Stop feeling fear for everything. Stop thinking what if. Just go for it. Make a calculated decision, of course. Be strategic, but stop feeling fear. Take risks sometimes, because most of the time when you're avoiding that risk, that is a risk, because you're risking staying where you are right now. The risk of doing something is never the actual risk. It's the risk staying where you are. So go and do stuff. And if you learn things, great. 94, embrace mistakes. Ties into the last one. You have to make mistakes in life. You have to have failures, inverted commas, to move forward in life. If you don't, how can you grow? So you have to make mistakes, you have to have failures, then learn from them and go again and go again and go again and get better and better. 95, embrace disappointments. They're tough at the time, but again, everything happens for a reason, and learn from it. Always see what you can learn from it, okay? It will tie in. Most time, disappointments can often be that you, especially if someone passes, is that you weren't present enough, didn't spend enough time with them. Learn these lessons. 96, challenge your fears. Always challenge fear. Fear is a crippler. This is why I say live in fear of regret. It's the only one you should have. 97, maximize your mind, body, heart, and soul. Always focus on your mind, body, health, your soul. Enrich these every single day. It should be a priority, because it's a key foundation of everything. When your mind, body, health, and throwing your soul there are in good place, and you're in control of them, and they rejoice, everything else will improve. 98, be your best self, always. 99, love yourself, goes back to self-love. 100, love others, be grateful to all the people around you because they help you grow. This is what I'm saying about your circle. Make sure you have a circle of people who enrich your life, who bring a lot to your life, and who make you feel good. And love them. Love is a superpower. It truly is. It is the most powerful force in the world. 101, last but not least, love life. Important to love life. Always love life. Life is for living. Live in fear of regret. I've said that so many times and I can't stress enough. Live life fully. Love life. Experience life. Don't feel fear about anything. Take risks that you perceive as risks, and live in fear of regret. Think about it. You're end of your days. You've got a minute or two to live. You reflect on your life. How do you want it to look? Don't be lying there with regrets in those last 30 seconds. Make sure you're lying there with a big happy smile on your face, having had a full life, a life lived. Did you enjoy that? I hope you did. A lot of great lessons there. You know, a lot of stuff I'd be saying all the time. It was good to see it compiled in an article, really good article. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a lot of nuggets there. I hope you got a lot of things that made you think and reflect. The main thing, remember, is knowledge is not power, it's action. Let's keep going. Let's keep bringing back the smile. Let's live our lives fully. That's it for this episode of Bring Back the Smile with myself, Dave Sheahan, here on Live Media. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your feedback. Share this episode out there far and wide. Everyone needs this kind of information. Take care. Have a good one.